Brand new video today of what happened moments before a United Airlines passenger was forced off the plane. Watch it.
No, I'm not going. I am not going.
That's the passenger calmly telling the officers, I am not going. Yet look what happens moments later. You see him forced off the plane. He's all bloodied. You hear him screaming. There are passengers that start yelling and screaming. The CEO now is finally admitting fault, is finally apologizing. But you know what? The damage is done. Joining me right now, Maslansky and Partners CEO Michael Maslansky and Fox News contributor Steve Cortes. Good to have both of you here. Michael, I'll start with you. I mean, this seemed like kind of a no-brainer. The entire world figured out pretty quickly that United screwed up in a major way, and yet the CEO held his ground, telling employees he stood by the actions that happened. I mean, is it too late now at this point? Fine, you're saying you're sorry now, but where were you when it actually happened?
Right. Well, I think first you have to start with what the mindset of many of these companies is. That the world has changed. What's going on in social media and the way that the public reacts to these things is very different from the way it used to, and companies need to learn to adapt. And so they were very slow to get to the right answer. I don't think it's ever too late, but the damage certainly becomes more severe because he waited so long to get to the right answer.
What's amazing, too, is he probably thought that email out that he sent out. I mean, I think about the guy who started Lululemon, who was on with me, and blamed women for the yoga pants being see-through. That wound up costing him his job.
Absolutely.
The company he founded, they said, you know, you're out. CEOs have to be incredibly careful with what they say. They can't just blurt something out. But the amazing thing here is he probably was trying to be careful with that initial email in what he said.
Yeah, well, I think he was recognized as being the kind of communicator who was really good with employees and someone who defended employees. And I think his strength with employees may have also revealed a blind spot with customers, that he just didn't know how to engage with customers. And I think boards need to realize now that communication it's a hard skill, and it's really important for CEOs to be effective communicators in crisis situations like this.
Let's take a look at shares of United. Can we, UAL, if we can put that up on the screen for everyone, you can see it's still trading lower today. Not quite as bad as it saw yesterday. Throughout much of the trading day, it was about 2.5% down, and then closing, I believe, down about 1%, continuing that downside, that slide here today. Steve Cortes, what's the investing community think about this one?
Well, Trish, you know, there hasn't been, believe it or not, a lot of damage done to the stock just yet. But that doesn't mean that there's still not long-term brand damage done to United. For a long time, for many years, they've used the Gershwin song Rhapsody in Blue. I think when a lot of folks see that video, they think Rhapsody in black and blue, unfortunately. And they might affix that to United Airlines. So listen, I think if I were a shareholder, which I'm not, but if I were, or if I were on that board, I would say, you know, we are overbooked, where we don't have room for you, to the CEO in the executive suite. We need you to give up your seat because we need new leadership for this brand.
Steve, I think you're absolutely right. I think that this is going to wind up costing him his job. It comes on the heels of some other problems for United. Of course, you'll remember the pants, the little girls that were trying to wear some leggings on board, and they were told they couldn't get on. And then there was an incident just the other day where a doctor was trying to save someone's life aboard a United flight and said that, you know, United did not even have the basic things in its first aid kit. So all of this stuff starts to add up, and gosh, you know, as you look at that poor man getting pulled off, I think we can all feel for him, because we all hate flying and have been in some kind of similar situation. Passengers, customers deserve more. Michael and Steve, thank you very much.